Deva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cha Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Tirye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Tervavati Nashtaki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 20th. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in the science of the absolute truth. Text 353. Sarvagya Munirvakya Shastra Pramana Ama Sabha Jeevir Hai Shastra Dwaragyan. So Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami had asked a question to Mahaprabhu, and that who is the incarnation for this day and age, for Kali Yuga. So Mahaprabhu said given in the, everything is given in the scriptures. So Mahaprabhu is further speaking, the Vedic literatures composed by the omniscient Mahamuni Vyasadeva are evidence of all spiritual existence. Only through these revealed scriptures can all conditioned souls attain knowledge. Foolish people try to concoct knowledge by manufacturing something in their brains. That is not the real way of knowledge. Knowledge is Shabda Pramana, evidence from the Vedic literature. Srila Vyasadeva is called Mahamuni. He is also known as Vedvyas because he has compiled so many Shastras. He has divided the Vedas into 4 divisions, Sam, Rig, Yajur, and Atharva. He has expanded the Vedas into 18 Puranas and has summarized Vedic knowledge in the Vedanta Sutra. He also compiled Mahabharata, which is accepted as the 5th Veda. The Bhagavad Gita is contained within the Mahabharata. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is also Vedic literature or Smriti. Some of the Vedic literatures are called Shrutis and some are called Smritis. Rupa Goswami recommends in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Shruti Smriti Purana Adi Pancharatra Vidhimena Ekantaki Harera Bhaktir Utpateva Kalpate. So unless one refers to Shastra, Shruti, Smriti, Puran and so on, one's spiritual activity simply disturbs society. So unless until our activity is not just refers, but are compatible or complete or according to the scriptures, even if it is so-called spiritual activity, it simply disturbs the society. There is no king or government to check people, and therefore society has fallen into a chaotic condition as far as spiritual understanding is concerned. Taking advantage of this chaotic condition, many rascals have appeared and proclaimed themselves incarnations of God. As a result, the entire population is indulging in sinful activities such as illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. Out of many sinful people, many so-called incarnations of God are emerging. This is a very regrettable situation, especially in India. And yes, so many so-called incarnations and so many so-called spiritual practices are also coming up, which have no basis on scriptures. And they say, do this, it is spiritual, do that. And then people, because they like to be very lenient, oh, whatever you like, that is your spirituality, and whatever I like, that is my spirituality, my way of doing spirituality. But that's not how scriptures work. People come up with their own mantras also these days. Just like in east of Kailash temple. Now we are ISKCON, so Hare Krishna Mahamantra is there, which is mentioned in the scriptures. But right in front of the temple, the road that goes inside Gadi, uh, they opened a Sai Baba temple. It was a shop. They just put Sai Baba figure, I won't say deity, figure in there. And they made up their own mantra, which is very offensive. But they said this is the real mantra. Hare Sai, Hare Sai, Sai Sai, Hare Hare. So this is what they were chanting. They say, you like Krishna, so you're chanting Hare Krishna. We like Sai, we are chanting Hare Sai. What's your problem? How can Hare or Radharani be with Sai Baba? How is it possible? So this is Kali Yuga. Although it's very easy to attain the topmost destination, but because we are so foolish, so lazy, so stubborn, so many bad qualities, we don't want to take up the real process. Avatar nahi kahe ami avatar, mui sab jani kare lakhan vichar. An actual incarnation of God never says, I am God or I am an incarnation of God. The great sage Vyasadeva, knowing all, has already recorded the characteristics of the avatars in the Shastras. In this verse, it is clearly stated that a real incarnation of God never claims to be a real incarnation. According to the symptoms described in the Shastra, one can understand who is an avatar and who is not. Now, if you remember, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan, and his assistant, Balbhadra Bhattacharya, was with him. And then there was, Mahaprabhu was staying at Akrur Ghat, and there was rumors that Krishna has appeared. He is appearing every night in Kalya. So Balbhadra Bhattacharya also went to see. But it was a rumor, because later on it was found that it was the fisherman, a boatman, who was sitting on the boat and he was trying to catch fish, and his light, whatever lantern he had, and so that was making some light. But when Balbhadra Bhattacharya was reporting to Mahaprabhu, and he said, Krishna has appeared, Mahaprabhu said, where in the scriptures say Krishna appears like this? It doesn't say anywhere. So he referred to scriptures. He said, follow the scriptures. Simple as that. But then again, there are so many scriptures. Who has time, knowledge, understanding to read them, to understand them? Who has all this? So that's why it becomes a very chaotic condition. So we just believe whatever anybody is saying. Oh, yeah, that must be right. Like so many Facebook and WhatsApp messages. The Krishna's Arjun asked and Krishna said this or that. Where in Bhagavad Gita it says that? It's not there in Bhagavad Gita, but they just want to give out some message, and let's take help of Krishna and Arjun, because nobody has time or intelligence or access to scriptures. So who's going to read? So they'll believe, yes, this is mentioned in scriptures. This is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Where? So that's the problem. Yasya avatar gyayante sharireshu asharirina taster atulya tishyat viryardeshu asangate. The Lord does not have a material body, yet he descends among human beings in his transcendental body as an incarnation. Therefore, it's very difficult for us to understand who is an incarnation. So he descends among human beings in his transcendental body as an incarnation. Although his body is transcendental, but it looks like material. Only by his extraordinary prowess and uncommon activities, which are impossible for embodied living entities, can one partially understand the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of God. So only by his extraordinary prowess and uncommon activities. Otherwise, he will not say, I'm God, I'm incarnation of God. स्वरूप लक्षण आर तटस्थ लक्षण यही दुई लक्षण वस्तु जाने मुनिगा. By two symptoms, personal characteristics and marginal characteristics, Swarup and Tatastha. The great sages can understand an object. Akriti, Prakriti, Swarupa, Swarupa Lakshan. Karya Dwara Jnana, a Tatastha Lakshan. So bodily features, nature and form are the personal characteristics. Knowledge of his activities provides the marginal characteristics. Bhagavatarambhe Vyasa Mangalachara Parameshwara Nirupila Eitui Lakshan. In the auspicious invocation at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasadeva has described the Supreme Personality of Godhead by these symptoms. So what did he say? Janmadhyasa yata anvyata ditarataschaर्थेषु vigyasvarat. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. So he has given Vyasadeva in the beginning shloka only. He talked about Krishna, and he is the supreme absolute truth. See, that is why it is said, first scripture we should study is Bhagavad Gita. And where Bhagavad Gita ends, Srimad Bhagavatam starts. Bhagavad Gita ends with Krishna saying, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. But why? Because he is the supreme absolute truth, supreme Lord. And so many characteristics Vyasadeva spoke about the Lord. This verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam links the Srimad Bhagavatam with the Vedanta Sutra with the words Janmadi Asya Yata. It is stated that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, is the absolute truth beyond the material creation. This has been accepted by all the acharyas. Even Shankaracharya, the most elevated impersonalist, says in the beginning of his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, Narayana Paro Avyaktam. When this material creation is not yet manifested from the Mahatattva, it's called Avyakta. And when it is demonstrated from the total energy, it's called Vyakta. Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond this Vyakta and Avyakta. So manifest, unmanifest, doesn't matter. Narayan is beyond. This is a chief qualification of the Supreme Personality of God when he assumes a particular incarnation. Krishna tells Arjun that although they both took birth many times before, Krishna remembers everything about his previous appearances. But Arjun does not remember. Since Krishna is beyond the cosmic creation, he is in the exalted position of being able to remember everything in the past because he is beyond the cosmic creation. He is ever existing. He doesn't uh, change his body. Everything within the cosmic creation has a material body. But Krishna, being beyond the material cosmic creation, always has a spiritual body. He imparted Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahma. Although Brahma is the most important and exalted personality within this universe, he could not remember what he did in his past life. So knowledge comes from Krishna, even for Brahmaji. Krishna had to remind him through the heart. When Lord Brahma was thus inspired, he was able to create the entire universe, remembering everything about the past and inspiring Lord Brahma to create vivid examples of the characteristics called Swarup Lakshan and Tatastha Lakshan. So this is the opening words of Srimad Bhagavatam. And there is something called Paribhashya Sutra. Paribhashya means the basis of the book. The basis of Bhagavatam, Paribhashya Sutra is different. The 4 verses are there which summarizes Bhagavatam. But this also, it's opening and it makes the basis because this is how Vyasadeva is going to describe Krishna and his pastimes. Ei shloke param shabde Krishna nirupan satyam shabde kahe tara swarupalaka. In this invocation from Srimad Bhagavatam, the word Param indicates Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. And the word Satyam indicates his personal characteristics. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Vishwa Srishti Adi Kaila Vede Brahma ke Padai. Artha Vigyata Sarupa Shakti Maya Dura Kaila. In the same verse, it is stated that the Lord is a creator, maintainer, and annihilator of the cosmic manifestation. And that he enabled Lord Brahma to create the universe by infusing him with the knowledge of the Vedas. It is also stated that the Lord has full knowledge, directly and indirectly, and that he knows past, present, and future, and that his personal energy is separate from Maya, the illusory energy. So these are all the Tatastha Lakshans of the Lord. Means that is what the Supreme Lord is. Not just anybody with a material, diseased body, old, wrinkly body. He gets up and says, I'm God. No. Although those who want to make a word jugglery of it, they do that because when Prabhupada was here, at that time, Osho or Rajneesh, he was very popular. So devotees went to Rajneesh and they say, you call yourself God, prove, tell us how you are God. Bhagwan Rajneesh, that's what he was famous as. So he is a good speaker. If you listen to his lectures, he's a very good speaker, no doubt about it. He can really inspire many people, or inspire in a wrong way also. So first he tried to get out of this. I don't call myself God, my followers do. And then when the devotees pushed him, no, you are, if you are God, you show us how you are God. He was a good speaker. He said, like Krishna gave Arjun the divine eyes, the devotee said, then you give us the divine eyes so we can see you are God. He said, You have come here to challenge me. But if you come in the mood of Arjun, fully surrendered, I'll give you divine eyes by which you can see and God. See, arguments, I mean, one cannot stop them. Anybody can say anything. But the point is, but Mahaprabhu is also making it. We should follow the scriptures. That's it. यही सब कार्यतार तटस्थ लक्षण अन्य अवतार ऐचे जाने मुनिगण. All these activities are his marginal characteristics. Great saintly persons understand the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the indications of the two characteristics known as Swarup and Tatastha. All the incarnations of Krishna should be understood in this way. अवतार काले है जगत गोचर ए दुई लक्षणे केहा जाने ईश्वर. At the time of their appearance, the incarnations of the Lord are known in the world because people consult the Shastras to understand an incarnation's chief characteristics, known as Swarup and Tatastha. In this way, the incarnations become known to great saintly persons. सनातन कहे याते ईश्वर लक्षण पीत वर्ण कार्य प्रेम दान संकीर्तन. Sanatan Goswami said, the color of the personality in whom the characteristics of the Lord are found is yellowish. His activities include the distribution of love of Godhead and the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Kali Kale say Krishna Avatara Nishaya Sudrida Karya Kaha Yauka Sanchaya. The incarnation of Krishna for this age is indicated by these symptoms. Please confirm this definitely so that all my doubts will go away. Sanatan Goswami wanted to confirm the fact that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is incarnation of Krishna for this age. According to the Shastra, in Kali Yuga, the Lord would assume a golden or yellow color and would distribute love of Krishna and the Sankirtan movement. In accordance with the Shastra and saintly persons, these characteristics were vividly displayed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it was therefore clear that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was an incarnation of Krishna. He was confirmed by the Shastras, and his characteristics were accepted by saintly people. Since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not escape Sanatana Goswami's argument, he remained silent on this point, and thereby indirectly accepted Sanatana's statement. By this, we can clearly understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a direct incarnation of Lord Krishna. Prabhu kahe chaturali chhad sanatan shaktavesh avatarera shunna vivara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, O Sanatan, you must give up your intelligent tricks. Now just try to understand the description of the Shaktavesh avatar. So, Mahaprabhu admitted. He, throughout his pastimes, he never admitted that he is Krishna. And whenever somebody called him Krishna or Vishnu, he would close his eyes. Oh, Vishnu, Vishnu, how can a living entity be God? But here Sanatan Goswami, he cornered him. And Mahaprabhu said, just leave your intelligent tricks, give them up. And he said, let's try to understand the description of Shaktavesh Avatar. Shaktavesh Avatar Krishna Asankhya Gana Digdarshan Kari Mukhya Jan. There are unlimited Shaktavesh avatars of Lord Krishna. Let me describe the chief among them. Shaktavesh Dui Rupa Mukhya Guna Dekhi Saksha Shakti Avatar Abhase Vibhuti Likhi. Empowered incarnations are of two types, primary and secondary. The primary ones are directly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are called incarnations. Secondary ones are indirectly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are called Vibhuti. Sanakadi Narad Prithu Parashuram Jiva Rupa Brahmara Aveshavatara Nam. Some Shaktavesh avatars are the four Kumaras, Narad, Maharaj Prithu and Parashuram. When a living being is empowered to act as Lord Brahma, he is also considered a Shakti avatar. So Shakti means given some special potency or strength, power to perform some service. Vaikunthe Sheshe Dhara Dhara Ananta Ei Mukhya Vishesha Avtar Vistarena Yanta. Lord Shesha in the spiritual world of Vaikuntha and in the material world, Lord Ananta, who carries innumerable planets on his hoods, are two primary empowered incarnations. There is no need to count the others, for they are unlimited. Sanakadya Jnana Shakti, Narade Shakti Bhakti, Brahmaya Srishti Shakti, Anante Bhudharana Shakti. The power of knowledge was invested in the four Kumaras, and the power of devotion service was invested in Narad. The power of creation was invested in Lord Brahma, and the power to carry innumerable planets was invested in Lord Ananta. Shesheswa Sevan Shakti Prithu Tepala Parashurame Dushta Nashak Virya Sancharan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead invested the power of personal service in Lord Shesha, and he invested the power to rule the earth in King Prithu. Lord Parshuram received the power to kill rogues and miscreants. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chatushkrita. Sometimes the Lord invests his power to rule in a king like Prithu and enables such a king to kill rogues and miscreants. He also invests his power in incarnations like Parashuram. Jnana Shakti Adi Kalya Yatra Vishtu Janardana Tavesha Nigadyante Jiva Eva Mahattam. Whenever the Lord is present in someone by portions of his various potencies, the living entity representing the Lord is called a Shaktavesh Avatar. That is an incarnation invested with special power. So this is from Laghu Bhagavatamrita. Vibhuti kahiye yaiche Gita ekadeshe Jagat Vyapila Krishna Shakti Abhasaveshe. As explained in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has spread himself all over the universe in many personalities through specific powers known as Vibhuti. So, Krishna is spread all over the universe, all over in many personalities through special powers. So that is Shakti. Yat yat vibhuti mata sattva, Krishna says, know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Athva bahunetena kim gyatena tavarjana vishtabdhyam idam krishnam ekanshino sthitam jagat. But what need is there, Arjun, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Eita kahilo shakti avesh avatar, balya pogand dharmera shunaha vichar. Thus I have explained specifically empowered incarnations. Now please hear about the characteristics of Lord Krishna's childhood, boyhood, and youth. I guess we can take up this tomorrow. I'm very tired today. See, anybody has any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I was hearing one lecture from Aniruddhacharya Maharaj on YouTube yesterday, and there was a person who stood and said that he was an Arya Samaji, and he said that there's nowhere they don't believe in it. Arya Samaj, they do not believe Radha existence. So he said that where is it mentioned that Radha ji is there? So Aniruddhacharya said very clearly that if you have you read any of the Puranas like Vavashat Mahapuran or Garg Samhita, there you will see lot of explanation about Radha ji. And then he was talking about this guy, he was talking about Mahabharat. Where is it mentioned about Radha in Mahabharat? And then he said, who was Radha for Krishna? Then he said, I mean, Aniruddhacharya said that at the age of 7 or somewhere, uh, Radhaji married to Krishna. Then he said, where he was married? So then he said, in Bhandirvan. And then Aniruddhacharya was kept on explaining things, but he was asking, kept on asking, all here and there questions. तो प्रभु जी ऐसा लगता है ना जैसे कि मतलब लोग कहाँ कहाँ से पढ़ के आ रहे हैं एंड देन कुछ भी पूछ रहे हैं कि ऐसा था नहीं था। मैं भी कई लॉट मेनी टाइम्स नो पीपल आस्क मी क्वेश्चंस कि ऐसा था, ऐसा है क्या, ऐसा कुछ है क्या, मतलब अभी भी लोगों को लगता है ना, विश्वास नहीं है कि मतलब ऐसा कुछ है या ऐसा जो लिखा है वो सही है।
तो वही है ना, आई मीन even Arya Samajis don't even believe in Krishna also. They don't say Krishna is God. They say he was a great historical personality.
महापुरुष, हाँ।
Yeah, Mahapurush. They don't say he is God. So what to speak? If they don't even understand Krishna, how can they understand Srimati Radharani?
एग्जैक्टली प्रभु जी। एंड ही सेड कि हम लोग बिलीव करते हैं कि कृष्ण इज अ महापुरुष। तो देन अनिरुद्धाचार्य सेड दैट कि आप महापुरुष अपने फादर एंड ग्रैंडफादर को भी महापुरुष ही कहते होगे ना, यू बिलीव इन देम। तो डिड दे लिफ्ट एवर दैट गोवर्धन गिरी पर्वत एट द तो बोला नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ भी नहीं। तो देन व्हाई यू कॉलिंग हिम महापुरुष, व्हाई यू आर रिलेटिंग हिम विद कृष्णा? कृष्णा इज वो सर्वेश्वर है, वो भगवान है, उनको आप कैसे कह रहे हो कि ही इज नॉट अ गॉड? ऐसे तमाम चीजें। तो ऐसे भी हैं प्रभु जी बहुत सारे लोग तर्क वितर्क करते हैं।
ओ या बहुत चलता है, बहुत सुनने को मिलता है। So that's what Kali Yuga is. Everybody has their own opinion about everything.
आज का प्रभु जी एक न्यूज है, न्यूज पेपर में, दैट समवेयर इन गुजरात, मंदराचल पर्वत के पास में, रुड़की आईआईटी से कुछ साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने दे फाउंड वासुकी का अवशेष, द ruins ऑफ वासुकी नाथ, उनके स्पाइन्स की कुछ हड्डियां उनको मिली हैं। एंड देन दे रिलेट समवेयर 4-5 करोड़ ईयर्स बैक, ये उस समय का होगा। एंड दे डू रिलेट कि ऐसा शेषनाग लपेट के ना मंदराचल में वो समुद्र मंथन हुआ होगा। दे आर फाइंडिंग एवरीथिंग बट स्टिल दे डू नॉट बिलीव इन इट। आई डोंट नो व्हाई। ये द्वारका नगरी है, नीचे डूबी हुई है, वो दिख भी रही है, बट फिर भी।
अरे वो तो डूबी हुई है, कुरुक्षेत्र तो सामने है। जहाँ महाभारत हुई, भगवत गीता बोली गई, वो उसको नहीं मानते।
वही
तो the thing is, we just have to keep on preaching and do our services. Slowly, 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 let's see whatever happens.
थैंक यू सो मच।
ठीक है, चलो, thank you. You all have a safe and wonderful. Hare Krishna.
जय
जय
श्री
श्री